Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. Ooh, it's been a long time since we've done a video, but we have not streamed in a couple of weeks. It's been another round of COVID going through La Familia. So unfortunately, my parents were the ones who caught it first. They went on a little trip to Alaska and came back with the West Coast version of COVID, and they kindly handed it off to me. And I'm on kind of like the tail end of it now. You probably can tell I still sound a little bit sick. My throat still slightly hurts, but I'm definitely on the upswing. And then unfortunately my wife is just beginning, so she's not feeling very well. But look, I have been wanting to do videos simply because the monster news has been in between here and there, although for the last week or so there's been a lot of stuff happening, so we're going to get into that. The first thing we're going to talk about is probably the big news for everybody today, which is that the Skull Island anime finally released like a little teaser today, and it looks really good. I gotta say, the animation looks excellent. Looks like it's going to be action packed with monster stuff, and it also comes out June 22nd. Now, we had a stream a couple of weeks ago where we were obviously talking about all the kaiju stuff going on and the monsterverse, stuff like that. And the one question that always popped up was, when is the Skull Island series coming? Oh, they're not gonna do it. We haven't heard anything. And I said, look guys, it hasn't been officially canceled, so they're probably just gonna drop it at some point out of nowhere. And sure enough, that's what happened. We just got the trailer today. So now this is going to be kicking off what I'm calling the summer of kaiju, or the season of kaiju, however way you want to put it. Either way, it's something that's going to last far beyond the summer, but the summer is pretty much when this is all going to kick off. And there's a lot coming in the pipe for the second half of this year. We haven't gotten everything yet. You know, we got a little bit of the Gamera stuff a couple of weeks ago. We just got this trailer for Kong's the Skull Island anime. We're still waiting for obviously the Apple Plus TV show, the trailer for that. So there's a lot of things coming in the pipe. And while this is inspired, this video is inspired simply by the Skull Island anime trailer, I also kind of want to get into some other things regarding this, what I like to call the season of kaiju. You know, we still have a lot of other content coming, and I've been saying for the longest time that my guess when it comes to Legacy of Monsters, the show on Apple Plus, is that we'll probably get that show sometime in the fall, which means we should be getting a trailer sometime this summer, and it could come in July. It's just my guess. I'm not saying that's a guarantee, but believe me, by the time the summer starts, you guys are going to probably get a lot of information, and we've already been getting some. Apparently the Monarch Legacy of Monsters TV show is already slated for a second season, so that shows a lot of confidence. That shows a lot of confidence by Apple. Again, Apple's doesn't exactly have the best streaming content when compared to like HBO or even Netflix. I still think HBO is probably top dog here, especially now that the merger with Discovery is complete. As of today, in fact, that merger is complete, so it's not HBO Max anymore. Now it's just Max. But that still shows a lot of confidence. You know, this show, I mean, again, I like to keep it even keel. I don't like to get overly excited until I actually see the final product, but I am looking forward, if nothing else, to at least a trailer to kind of get an idea of where this is going visually. We know the synopsis, we know where it's taking place, but I actually want to see it visually. I want to kind of get a feel of what this show is going to be like, because look, I know this is the Monsterverse. I know that Legendary obviously is involved. This is their baby, but it is Apple Plus, and Apple Plus has not had a good track record of producing good shows, and I've seen some of them. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I do think that this show, if it does become a hit, I do think this is a good coupling. This is a show that Apple needs, and this is a platform that I think is affordable for Legendary. Not affordable, that's the wrong word, but I think it's a good platform for the Monsterverse to be highlighted with very little competition from elsewhere. You understand what I mean? Like, Some streaming platforms have some of their home run shows. This could be a flagship show for the platform, which is good because that gives the show an opportunity to not get lost among other top shows and other platforms. So that's really the point I'm trying to make. So we have that. We have the official name, which was announced a couple of weeks ago. So you had that. In fact, it was exactly 2 weeks after we got the Godzilla X Kong. So a lot of good stuff. All right, there's already leaks out there for Godzilla X Kong. I haven't read them. I haven't looked into them, and I'm not going to at the time. I think it's a little too early for that. But there are, look, a lot of good things are coming. A lot of good things are coming. I know a lot of people have been flooding KDM's Twitter page because he's been dropping a lot of little hints and teasers. He's been doing a good job on his part, even with other films. You know, he announced when the Dune trailer would come out like 2 days before it did. He said it'll come out on this day, and indeed it did come out that day. So you know, he's giving his little info here and there. But I think right now is a good time to start getting excited. I think the Kaiju train, not the Monsterverse, not Godzilla, the Kaiju train is ready to take off. You got Skull Island coming now. You still got Gamera coming later this year. You still got Godzilla Zero coming later this year. You got Legacy of the Monsters coming later this year. I mean, there is a crap ton of Kaiju related content coming out, and it's going to be very, very backloaded for this year. You guys are going to run out of Kaiju stuff you're not going to run out of Kaiju stuff to watch, is what I meant to say. There's going to be a lot of it. There's going to be a lot of it. And I think now it's kind of starting to get kicked off with this. Remember, we still got Cloverfield 2, which is being very hush hush, but they reactivated their website. So God only knows when we're going to get the Clover 2 movie. It wouldn't surprise me if it rolls into early next year, much like the 2007 movie. Keep your eyes peeled during the Transformer when that movie comes out. The very first Cloverfield movie trailer debuted in front of the first Transformers movie back in 2007. I remember I was there and I was hooked when I first saw that trailer. It wouldn't surprise me if they're going to try and catch lightning in a bottle twice with this. A little bit more difficult this time around with the way the internet's working, but I can promise you it wouldn't surprise me if the Cloverfield 2 trailer drops in front of Transformers, which I think comes out June 26th. So a lot of good things to look forward to. I think you guys should definitely be excited now. In terms of streams coming up this week, right now, as it stands, I am probably going to stream. It also depends how bad my wife is in terms of being sick. She's not feeling well. Like I said, it's our second round of COVID. This time wasn't so bad because my body's already had it, so it kind of fought it off well. The only thing that really, and it was more of a nuisance than anything, was I sounded like Barry White. My voice was so deep from being congested, but also my throat, the post-nasal drip, waking up in the morning, basically my throat was irritated beyond like, that was dreadful. Everything else was fine. I had a fever for one night, got rid of it. No sneezing, no coughing, really just heavy congestion and a sore throat, and you know, just a little fatigue, that sort of stuff. You know, felt a little bit slightly more powerful than a normal flu. But you know, I'm on the upswing now. Obviously I still don't sound perfect. I'm not 100%, but I feel good enough that I think by Friday I'll be ready to stream. God willing, my wife will be okay, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I will try and get more out. There's a lot to talk about. There's still a lot I got to catch up with as well. I've been very busy with work too. Work this first half of the year has been surprisingly busy, especially recently. We had a network outage. So now me and my colleague have been like troubleshooting. I've got like 40 or 50 tickets in my queue right now, so it's pretty insane. So we're trying to get people connected back onto the network, like literally one by one. It's very time consuming. But anyway, beyond that, last thing, for those of you wondering about the Record Rob channel, it is coming. I was delayed a week, obviously, because I was sick. But outside of that, the channel's been created already. The Twitter has been created already. So, you know, I have been working on that in the last 2 weeks. So trust me, when it's ready to go and I start getting content up, you guys will know. All right. Anyway, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.